you find the most intriguing, the one that you would be proud to say out in front of everybody, just star that quick one question. If you have two that you're just like wanting to verbalize, go ahead and do one or two. All right. Anyone want to share their question?
I wanted to know if that was the inside of a bird cage.
Inside of a bird cage. Oh, very good. Be a very large bird cage,
Yes.
would you think? Absolutely. Okay.
I would like to know what the symbolism is behind the grapes and the doves.
I totally agree with that. When I actually had a chance to talk with the art teacher of the student, and so I was asking about what's her favorite color purple, because there's so much color in this. And I'll tell you a little bit more at the end of that. So, any other questions?
So figure out which of those would be. Why is the emerald green curtain a focal point to discuss and some other feedback on?
That's a great question. Because that's the very first thing. And that's why I love to cover up the artwork, give them a moment to kind of focus and then reveal it, because that was the very first thing that kind of caught my eye and caught my attention, was that green as well.
Birds caught my attention.
Yes, that's true, and that's what I love about this, because the other things capture your attention.
I wanted to know if the grapes are there to eat, for the birds to eat.
I thought that's the exact question too. I actually presented this to my daughter last night. She's a third grader, and that was the one thing that she said too. She wanted to know more about those grapes and why was it part of the chandelier.
Okay, I wondered if the green curtain and then these look like broomsticks right here. Is this an homage to the Wizard of Oz and the Emerald City?
Nice observation. Nice, because there is a curtain there that kind of covers in that Wizard of Oz, like a room, throne room.
Maybe part of that. That's what I was thinking.
One of the questions that I had, what would it be like if the dove were the king? Because it does look like this is a very opulent place. It looks like palaces or chateaus that I've seen in Paris, France, when I went to go visit the Palace of Versailles. It was very opulent, and so this kind of reminds me of that. So now that I've said that, do you have any additional questions that might kind of spring to mind, or something you might have written down about possibly being part of a kingdom or for a king?
I thought the same thing.
Did you?
Would that be a throne for one of the doves? I didn't write it down because I thought that's too far.
Hey, but that's always kind of like what we're thinking of. There's some other things in here that were very difficult to see because this is printed out. But if you were to look very closely, I want you to count the number of birds that you see. Just by chance, how many do you think you see? Yes.
Lots of choices. And my question kind of stems off what you said, is I wondered, does the artist feel the time? Does he feel like he's playing catch up and all these things around him?
Anybody else? 6, 7.
And I know I'm still behind. I do feel like I'm missing out on something. So I'm wondering if that was
So there's one here.
Here are your models.
There's a second one. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and there's a very hidden one right in here. Right in there. So, counting those doves, and when I took a look at pictures of different types of birds, obviously the dove is the one that really stood out to me. And so another question that I kind of had is, what was actually happening in this artist's life that maybe she was talking about doves? And so when I thought about that, it's like, doves flying away.
When doves fly in purple rain.
Good connection.
That's great.
It's probably so far away.
Yeah, now explain the grapes.
I get the O and
You don't know what was happening in the artist's life whenever they're creating pieces of artwork. And so if you just kind of talk about that and you're discussing it, then a connection like that might come up, because you have to realize that students often think of artists, musical artists, and they make connections in their life. Music is very powerful. So that could be I actually want you to reflect just for a moment. What new ideas do you have about this artwork now that we kind of opened it up and kind of just, is there something new that kind of came to you, something different that might have kind of like that Prince connection? Is there anything new that you might have?
I was wondering why some of them are transparent.
Me too. And that's why when I saw that, it kind of made me think of, well, if Prince has passed away, but his impression still lives on.
Oh, you're
Awesome.
thinking deep.
I really tried. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your.
Well, tell us what the artist
Okay, so the artist actually was doing a surreal piece, and so I actually have pieces of artwork that she had to do 3 of them. So I came up with 3. Don't tell me I left it on my iPad. I did. I am so sorry. I will find that for you. But I actually talked with the teacher, and she sent me 2 pictures of her digital art portfolio that came along with that. And one of them, let's see, yes, these are 2 that actually she created along with that. She said that all of the art that she created had very vibrant colors that went along with it. So these are the additional pieces that she came up with. 9th
Wow,
grade.
very different.
Yes. So, thank you so much.
So you're not going to tell us what